Namaste and welcome to Sonali Joshi's Astrojyoti Healing. Today, Moon is transiting through the nakshatra of Uttara Bhadrapada, and in this video, we'll try to see some information about this nakshatra. So which sign does this Uttara Bhadrapada nakshatra falls in? The nakshatra of Uttara Bhadrapada falls completely in the sign of Pisces or Meena Rashi. The planetary ruler for this nakshatra is Saturn. It is the apex of or the height of Saturnian energy. So what are the planetary influences on this nakshatra? When we see about the planetary influences, we see about the Rashi, the sign that nakshatra falls in, and what are the rulers then. The nakshatra ruler is Saturn and it falls in the sign of Pisces. That means the planetary ruler is Jupiter. Jupiter, Ketu, as well as Neptune. Along with Saturn, these three planets have influence on this Uttara Bhadrapada. So we have a sign of Pisces. We have planets ruling them. So what do you try to conclude from this? Basically, Uttara Bhadrapada is almost ending of the nakshatra cycle. It is second from the last nakshatra for the nakshatra cycle. After that comes the nakshatra of Revati. In a way, it signifies life after death. The symbol of this nakshatra is two legs, the legs of a funeral cart, which means it deals with something that is after death. Death can be physical death or it could be ending of something. Taking into account the influence of Saturn and endings, this nakshatra can deal with recycling. It could deal with waste management. It could deal with services that come after something suddenly ends. The influences we see about the Rashi, the sign that nakshatra falls in, and what are the rulers then? A ruler is Jupiter. When we say it is ruled by Saturn, that means it might affect, influence everything that Saturn represents. In fact, Uttara Bhadrapada is the highest form of Saturnian energy. Saturn's first nakshatra was Pushya, the second is Anuradha, and now the third nakshatra is Uttara Bhadrapada. Every planet in its nakshatra trine creates something, sustains it, and then ultimately dissolves it, ends it for the new beginning. And this is how the Uttara Bhadrapada is. Uttara Bhadrapada comes after ending something. Purva Bhadrapada represents actual process of dying, ending something. However, Uttara Bhadrapada begins after Purva Bhadrapada ends. Means if something ends, what happens after that is decided by or is denoted by Uttara Bhadrapada. Today we will see, in this video, we will find the professions that people can take up. We will try to know the prominent figures who have high presence of Uttara Bhadrapada in their horoscope, and we will see the places that are governed by Uttara Bhadrapada. When we think about the presence of Uttara Bhadrapada, all the professions governed by Uttara Bhadrapada, if they are carried out in a particular place, they will express Uttara Bhadrapada in them. Basically, all the film studios where filming is done, all the crematories where bodies are buried, or either funeral homes where people deal with their bodies after death, are under influence of Uttara Bhadrapada. You can have libraries, holy places, caves in mountains, or the deep sea activities. You can have Uttara Bhadrapada dominant in all these places. Construction sites could be one of them. Uttara Bhadrapada nakshatra has his higher side and a lower side like all other nakshatras. On a higher side, you will see all the good things. The nakshatra symbol depicts two coiled snakes. That means Uttara Bhadrapada comes with intrinsic Kundalini energy, the awareness, occult powers, interest in astrology, astronomy, as well as numerology and other occult facilities. Uttara Bhadrapada can be symbolized as a big snake at the bottom of a sea. It means it has power to end bad things and nourish whatever is good. On a higher side, people will have lot of affluence, they will have spiritual as well as material wealth, they have good qualities of Jupiter and Saturn, they could be creative people, and on a lower side, they may enter into destructive qualities, exactly opposite way. They could have poverty, they would try to steal things from others, they could indulge into something that could be destructive to others, they may try to pollute the environment instead of taking care of it. If you have a moon in this nakshatra, then your comforts, your feelings will be defined by this nakshatra. If you have an ascendant in this nakshatra, then your social economical status, your physical body will be influenced by this nakshatra. If you have a sun in this nakshatra, then your personality, in addition to physical body, your personality traits will be influenced by this nakshatra. On a higher side, you can have empathy, still you can manage to get detached from worldly affairs. On a lower side, you can have lot of anger, lot of jealousy, so many negative feelings inside you. Always remember to fall on the higher side of the nakshatra. Try to make efforts to express the better qualities of this nakshatra. Can we do this? Yes, because it's controlled by the moon. Whatever influences moon will have in your natal chart will define it. If moon has more benefic influences, then definitely a person can try to follow the higher side of this nakshatra. What are the career interests of Uttar Bhadrapada people? People who have dominant Uttar Bhadrapada can possess great skills of speech, eloquent talking. They are great speakers. They have skills of writing, poetry, philosophy. These people have knack of attracting others. They could be dominating at times. If they decide to follow a path of empathy, then they could be working with so many charitable organizations, non-profits, or they could be philosophers, they could be scientists. In these days, Uttar Bhadrapada can be expressed as somebody trying to work in the area of movies. Filmmaking is one of the dominant professions that people will take up. Maybe you can make documentaries for environments, you can make social media videos, you can make actual entertainment related movies and TV serials. Because Uttar Bhadrapada comes with a quality of Uttar Bhadrapada forms a nakshatra pair with an earlier nakshatra, that is Purva Bhadrapada. However, the qualities of Uttar Bhadrapada are less destructive or less troublesome compared to Purva Bhadrapada. There is more amount of anger and destruction in Purva Bhadrapada compared to this Uttar Bhadrapada. Uttar Bhadrapada people can be curious like snakes. They will try to explore each and every nook and corner. They could be behaving like stalkers. If someone is trying to track you, trace you, these guys could be social media stalkers. What are the common health related issues associated with these people who have dominant Uttar Bhadrapada nakshatra? Typically they have body aches, pain of feet, issues related to feet. They could be having who are the famous people with dominant Uttar Bhadrapada? Rabindranath Tagore, Bill Gates, Hillary Clinton, Bruce Willis. These are some of the people who have dominant Uttar Bhadrapada. what are the auspicious activities for this nakshatra? Beginning construction of home or office, finding cure for any diseases. You could start writing your novel or book or poetry collection, research, meditation, and psychic activity. According to ancient Vedas, Uttar Bhadrapada relates to the third phase of life where people take up Vanaprasthashram. Basically, they start slowly cutting cords with the material world and choose to spend their time away from mundane daily activities of materialistic pursuits in a forest. They start slowly detaching from the material goals. And hence, for some people, we might notice they start thinking about early retirement. They are the people who would want to retire early, or they might be people who could suddenly stop their work and choose to spend their time in laziness.